Okay, what's up, guys? No camera today. Some issue after update of OBS Studio. It's irrelevant, to be honest. Today from the geopolitics, we got still fear of the crypto market. It's higher than I expect, 36 and 29. Yeah, I will believe we coming soon to the extreme fear. We'll see. And 11 a.m. Okay, so that's the hour when our stream start. Mr. President will meet with Bibi. They are still waiting. Probably delay, as always. So, yeah. Who is trading oil? Man, we are trading oil. That meeting will be volatility probably on the market, I guess. There is a meeting between two most important guy of that conflict on Middle East, Mr. President Trump and Mr. Bibi. Yeah, we need to wait for it. I will leave that screen here and I will check it 10 minutes later. Yeah, so that's all from the geopolitics for now. They are still sending an information about meeting, about the peace deal, negotiation talks. We'll see how it goes. For now, nothing changed from Sunday, to be honest. That's all. Macroeconomics. Today, consumer confidence come out negative for dollar, lower than previous, lower than expected. So that's gonna be bearish for dollar, but that news is pretty sure low impact / medium impact. It's like a irrelevant news, to be honest. Most important news is tomorrow, federal fund rates. Let's check the prediction. Oh, now we got 4% higher than at Sunday for keep the rates on the same level. It's a good news, more dovish than before this week. I will check it tomorrow also, because tomorrow we can see more information but less percentage here is better for potential bullish gold. We need higher percent here or higher percent for rate cuts. We will talk about it tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST, and then we got the entry 10 minutes before FOMC. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST, I will break it down more. They are still waiting for Mr. President and is that Prime Minister? Yeah, Prime Minister maybe. Benjamin. So that's for the tomorrow. Also AUD, CPI. I can look at the AUD today. It come out 3:30 AM. Maybe I will be awake at that hour, we'll see. That's all from the calendar, because I will update it live, so don't need to talk about Thursday and Friday. Yeah, at least we are still in the last week of actual month. It's 28th July. At Friday we got last day of July, so Monday we start with new monthly candle on every assets. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's all. Let's go to the technical chart. Yeah, come on, oil. Let's start with gold. I'm not gonna lie, market tricked me a bit. Yeah, we got the analysis before market open, then market open with a gap, with a huge gap here. I believe we can sweep that liquidity from equal lows, fill the gap and move higher. But at least what happened? Market poked down below the liquidity, so everything goes good. We got that gap here. Liquidity gap. 75 level, so psychological level. 75 quarter number. Five-minute break of structure here, pulls back and run above that liquidity, and we've run above those lower high. I believe we can do a pullback and run for the new high with Phipps level, because we break the structure here, higher high, potential pullback 61 to 78. Break of structure on the 5-minute and reaction. I was thought we going to the new high and run for the 4,200, but gold decided to be toxic and melt. Oil hit my TP, nice. And gold melt down. So what I do next? I mark up fibs from this low to this high. $61 to $78. Poke below, break of structure, and fail again. So 2 stop losses on gold. Nothing wrong. That was not my mistake and not yours mistake if you play that setup. That was just a market, you know. Market depends on probability and statistics. Until you are aware of some percentage of coin flip on the market, you should be good, because nothing is 100% on the market. Market is tricky sometimes, and sometimes you can do super good analysis, like here. Everything confirms, you know, fibs, gap, 61 to 78, perfect dip into it, perfect break of structure here, move to the upside, perfect return, another reaction, but it's fail. How to make it faster? It's fail. It's fail. So perfect analysis doesn't mean you will get profit. What happened now? Now I measure all of that move with fibs. $61 to $78. Liquidity. Internal liquidity here. Poke down. And another interesting thing, fixed volume range profile, and look at the point of control. Market literally tap the point of control and react to the upside. Here, that was perfect. Oh no, miss by the pip. But you know, when you mark up the point of control, it's good to mark the whole bar range with biggest volume, like that. And reaction to the upside. Can it run for the new high? Yeah, it can. But we have new low on the 4 hour. So you can measure it with Fips also. $61 to $78. So at that point you need to manage your trade, because maybe it's gonna be potential for new reaction below 4K, and maybe then go again, hit the support once again and run. See, we got the support here. For all of our range, we got the support here. Now I want to see a reaction. Into middle of the range. There is a Fips for sales, so around 80 is a logic point to TP that move. Wait, I need to manage my trades. Yeah, 1 hour break of structure will print in 34 minutes. They are still not talking. I'm expecting huge volatility when the meeting starts. So we are holding hands for the meeting. For the meeting, market can do a backflip, you know. So be careful, be careful. For now, it's looking really good. And that 80 is a logic target. 75 somewhere here. 70, 80, you know. So that's gold. Let's go for the dollar. Dollar is another tricky one. I can see a counter trend. Maybe something like that on dollar. If not, we're going up. What is happening with the stream? I got the connection problems or something like that. I don't know. So dollar break, retest, and go to the downside. Silver, GG's. Silver, GG's. Coming to the zone, but totally disrespect. Also sweep the liquidity like a gold. What if we check it with Fibs? Yeah, 61 to 78 are ready. Point of control inside the box. It's not looking bad. I will open that position, I guess. It's gonna be 1 to 3. Let me check the lower time frame if there is any confirmations for up move. Yeah, I will open it just now. Stop below the zone or stop below the low. Target that high or that one. Want to freeze here. S&P return to the zone and looking good, to be honest. Also JP Morgan changed his point of view about indices. They are prediction a run on indices, so we'll see. Risky assets runs, like it. I will try that S&P also for buys. Just now. EU, oh, look at EU. EU hit in the zone. Five-minute break of structure here, sweep the liquidity, another break of structure. So if you play that one, you get wrecked. But if you do this tab above the zone, that was 1 to 3, pretty clean trade. And that can be even better here. One to 4, pretty nice. Now EU is return to the zone again. I will take that sells. Not now, because dollar is showing me some weakness. So I just want to monitor the meetings. Look at dollar weakness. Very weak. And here XAUUSD is very strong, euro very strong, and dollar so weak. Here euro very strong, XAUUSD very strong. But zone play perfect, not like in gold and silver. GU also hit the zone and sell off. We're targeting those lows. We want to snipe the 5-minute break of structure here. If you place tab above the zone, almost 1 to 3, and overall 1 to 4. If you place stop loss above the high, almost 1 to 7, and 1 to 5, almost 1 to 4.5. Also pretty clean. And with GU, we can see another setup maybe for sales. AUD I'm not interesting because equal low is here. CHF. Oh wait, we got the super idea on CHF, right? From here. Yeah. Look at that. One to 4. Here dollar Swiss franc zone. send that Sunday, market tap into the zone, sweep it a bit, then do the break of structure, position yourself, stop below the low, TP here 1 to 2.5, TP here 1 to 4 almost. And what now? Now we can drag Fips. A new zone for the reaction is here. Bitcoin. And that guy is also interesting because wrecked me like a gold. After breakout, I mark up the Fips 61.78. Perfect reaction here. Out of that Fips, almost up the high. That was literally 1 to 3. That was literally 1 to 3 on that candle, on just one candle. Then we going to the lower zone. I do another Fips from that low to the breakout high, 61 to 78. A reaction again to the previous support. That support turn into resistance, reject, and market completely melt. Sweep that low and see you. Just GG. That is also possibility for Fips like this, but it's almost do the equal low, so just irrelevant. I leave Bitcoin, and if we break out 65.3, I will looking for another buys, but I need to see a 4-hour structure above 65.3. And oil coming for my second target. After market open, I measure the Fips. Market never returned for it. To create a new low. With new low, I go down for 40 minutes. And here I drag my Fips 0.5 to 78, and that was the sell point for new low. And today I do the same. $61 to 78, and took sells again for the new low. I play 5 minutes. Here I was playing. And somewhere here I got first TP, that was 4-hour liquidity. here. 1 to 4.5, and another one from today. I play it here, step above, and there is my target, 1 to 4. So oil, pretty clean, the cleanest asset on the chart, gives me a lot. 1 to 4.5 and almost 1 to 4. It's running down for the 1 to 4. Yeah, I'm happy with that oil because I fixed my stop losses on Bitcoin and XAU. They are still not talking. So I see the chat is empty. I tend to play liquidity as a target. That's why there is my target, that's why that was my target. And I put it for the risk free now, because we are very close to the target. 3.5 almost, yeah. So that's gonna be it from myself. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope you get some value, even if you rewatch that session. We are still waiting for that meetings, I guess. Or they are talking at the closed window, at the closed door. I don't know. Yeah, doesn't matter. 1 hour looking super good, and we got 12 minutes to close. If we close like that or above the EMA 20, that will be positive information, because it's looking very similar to that pattern. After liquidity sweep, fib level and point of control, it's looking good for the reaction to the upside. Even if we not fully reversal for new high. I believe we can do a bounce into 80 area. So we see tomorrow tomorrow 2 streams, 5 p.m. CST regular one, and 10 minutes before FOMC. It's like 7 p.m. 7:50 stream for the federal fund rates. Okay, that's all from myself. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.